Welcome back to Dobbo's Fishing Adventures. Well, today I'm going to do a bit of scratching. Hopefully try and find a flounder. That's the main target, but I'm not fussed. Either way, I'm out fishing. I've been out for 3 to 4 weeks. Been really busy with work. So, just going to make the most of it today. I could have gone in the Southampton. Forecast is a really good day with light winds, but I just fancy something different. It's just before Christmas, so I've come to a little spot that's close in. I'm in about 5 feet of water. Probably get a few schoolies, no doubt. That certainly comes with Southampton Water, bass, but I've made the effort to come in nice and close. Sometimes it gets a bit too tempting just to fish that little bit further than what you need to. So let's give it a go. Got my heater going, which you may have seen in last weekend when I installed it. Well, that's going, so it's all nice and toasty in there now. The main thing is just not to have cold hands and fingers. There's nothing worse. You get cold feet, that's fair enough. You can just walk up and down a bit more, move around, but hands are terrible. Usual tactics. Haven't used these rods since soul fishing. So I've got the Dobbo castisms and the Flounder lethal sea spins. Small rigs. I've actually put a little spinner on there. Let's see what happens. So I've got 2 hook long flowing trace and a single hook long flowing trace. So coupled with size 2 hooks. And obviously the bait stopper. But yeah, so nice and simple. 2-ounce leads, nice flick away from the boat, and let's see if we can find a flounder. Probably not the best of conditions. Cold, bright conditions is probably better for flounder. But like I always say, you've got to be in it to win it. As I say, I don't know Southampton Water that well, being from the Isle of Wight, so I'm getting there. So it would be nice to get a couple of flounder spots under my belt. So I've tucked in here, out the way of everyone. To be fair, I'm not that far off. I mean, a really good cast will hit this distance. So I'm hoping, in theory, it could produce, because I'm within casting distance. I know if I just went out a little bit further, then I know I will definitely get played with bass, and I don't really want that. I'd rather sit here and tweak the rod along the bottom and see if I can find that flounder. But to be fair, from what I've heard, there has been a few flounders caught this year. I believe more than normal. I mean, it's nowhere near like it's ever going to be, sort of like the early 90s, you know, when on the Isle of Wight we were bagging up sort of like 30, 40, 50 a trip sort of thing. Especially some of the competitions on the island, you know, you had hundreds of pounds of bags of flounders, but it is what it is. So it has died a death a bit, so let's give it a go. Let's see if I can find a couple of spots, but I won't be just staying here. I definitely will be moving around trying to find them. I've got another spot to try further up the river, but I wanted to try here first. So as they say, let's do it. Get the rods out. Happy days. Well, that didn't take long for a pesky bass to find the worm bait. There it is. I think he's on there. Is he on? No, I don't think he is. Yeah, there we go. That's what you've got to contend with. Little schoolies like that. Nice one for the future. You do have to get through them, that's the only thing. Go on, mate. There we go, gone. Keep those two worms on because it's only literally been out 5 minutes. Plenty of nice fresh rag. Beautiful. A few little beads there for an attractor. I think that one had a couple of twitches earlier, but I'm not sure. But that is the only problem when you are actually going for flounders. You do have to get through the small bass. It is what it is. Just a nice flowing trace on a running ledger. Simple tactics. Right. Let's get her back out there. Well, I've had quite a few small little schoolies again. All about the same size, but like I said, you've got to be into the winter. Schoolies are a pain, admittedly. No, there's nothing on this one. As I say, keep the rig simple. It's just a, get you down here, simple 2-hook flowing trace. This has only been out a few minutes, so I don't mind keeping the worms on there. They're not a load. It's been out there for hours on end, so keep it simple. And so I've got a little blade spinner on that. Add a little bit more of a traction. And another thing with floundering as well, if you're going to just cast out and leave it there, just every few minutes, just give it a little twitch. Because trust me, that odd little twitch can result in a take. Just get some agitated. And they will respond with quite an aggressive take. But that's the simple there, just simple. I have to say the worms are absolutely lovely from Bill's Bait and Tackle. Beautiful up in Woolston there. Now cracking. I'm hoping this little bit of fog's going to lift. Get a bit of sunshine out today, it'll be nice. That'll improve matters for the old flounder fishing. But I'm probably going to give it about another half hour here, and then I'm just going to, I think I'll just move along a bit. Try that. If all else fails there, I'll move up to my other spot further up the river. So, as I say, with flounder fishing, especially this day and age, you do have to plug away with it. Put the effort in, tweak it a little bit. Don't just cast out there, rely on something like that. Generally with flounder fishing, it does help if you just do the odd tweak, and that is exactly the same with shore fishing. Cast it out, just give it the odd tweak every 5 minutes. You know, it doesn't matter how close you are to the boat or how far you are away from the boat. A flounder is a flounder, and it will be there. Luckily, it's, you know, where I'm fishing, it's nice and quiet, so I've got no noise coming from the boat at all, so it's nice and quiet. But like I said, really, if you're fishing from the boat, it does pay to move around a bit, because flounders can be quite isolated in groups. So yeah, that's my advice for flounder fishing. Well, I've just made the move. I gave that other spot an hour and a half, so can't say I didn't try. 7 small schoolies, no flounders. But then I could have stayed there another hour and picked up flounders, but it is what it is. And I did say, you know, sometimes it does pay to move around. So I've just moved to another spot now where I've had flounders in the past, so I'll give this a little bit longer and see what happens, sort of thing. Only in 6 foot of water, so oh, I don't believe this. There's a bloody seal there. Oh God. I don't know, you probably won't be able to see it on this. Oh, that's not good. Right. Don't know how long he'll be here for, but hopefully he'll bugger off soon. That doesn't help matters. But yeah, as I say, I've had flounders here before, so I'm definitely going to stick this out a bit longer, unless that seal decides to stay bloody longer. I can't believe that. I didn't see that when I was looking around. If I had, I wouldn't have stayed here. Still, I'm here now. There he is. He's just put his head up. I don't think you can see it. No, he's right up there now. Right on the surface. He might come to the boat a little bit later, a little bit closer. Yeah. I think he was actually eating something then. Still, I'll give it a go here. I was going to stay longer, but I'll just see what that seal does. A little bit brighter, but I think it's going to stay like this, unless that sun can burn a bit of that fog off, which will certainly improve the flounder fishing, but overcast it is. As I said, 7 bass, schoolie should I say, on the other mark, so let's give it a go here for hopefully an hour at least, and see what that seal does. Hopefully I can stay a bit longer, because I know the time will be right for the flounders a little bit later here, so we'll see. Just hope that seal buggers off. Well, I've just had the first decent bite. Don't know if that was a bass or not. Gave me a bit of slack line, which is quite promising. I'm going to leave that. Leave that a couple of pulls. If that doesn't make him attack the bait, I don't know what, but I'll leave that. That was a nice solid pull with slack line. Didn't look like a bass bite, so I shall leave that and just see if that does progress. Well, I've had a couple of bass here now already. Well, whatever that was, perhaps it wasn't a bass. That was quite a nice pull on this rod, so I shall get that back out there quickly. If you do miss flounders, they are still there. They're not like a bass. And that seal seems to have moved off towards the pier over there, so I'm hoping he'll stay there. Right, bring it on. Well, welcome back. Well, as always, the bass are here, there and everywhere. I haven't seen that seal, so I'm hoping he's kind of buggered off, but this one was just pulling, so I'm assuming I've got another bass on here. Feels like it. Yeah, little rattles, bit of weight there. I haven't had no crabs yet, so that's a good sign. That's certainly an enjoyable day. Be nice to get a flounder. Here we go, what we got? Whatever it is that shot it up, what we got? Two bass. Oh God. They are a nuisance. They're good to see, but they're a nuisance at the same time. Happy days. No, nothing on this one. Nothing at all. Oh, oh, bloody bass. Good to see, but a nuisance. There we go, another one. Right, let's unhook them and let's get back out there, I suppose. Old bass are certainly being a bit aggressive today. I'm up to 11 small bass. No flounders yet, but I am thinking about having another move. That seal disappeared after about half an hour or so, so that was a good sign, but just can't seem to get through these bass at the moment, so I might go back down to my other spot where I was this morning first off. Now the tide's up. Another bass on here. Number 12. Yeah. Let's shoot the old lead up. Tangled there. You go and try and find a nice muddy spot, really. I think that's what I'm doing. I think I'll make a move now. Go and try and find another spot, I think. See what we can do. Right, let's get the anchor up and go and try somewhere else. Don't want to sit in one spot too long. Well, welcome back. I've now moved to where I was originally, but just come back down a little bit further. Been here about half an hour. I've seen a couple of small little rattles, but obviously they're going to be bass again, but I need to do a bait check anyway. Tide started a web now. There's a nice little bit of tide run. There we go, another bass. That's number 14 now. But hey ho, it is what it is. He's sitting at home, nicely lip hooked. Let's say nice simple rig. There we go. Some fresh bait on there, I think. There's a couple of guys fishing down there further from the shore. Probably only give it another couple of hours. Get a little bit of this run off. But it's certainly a nice, been a pleasant day if nothing else. Target was flounder, but still got a bit of time yet, but I'm not worried. It's been a pleasant day. Stop that before it tangles. Give it a couple of pulls, get some movement, set the drag, because even here you can get a big bass. I don't fancy losing the rods or something snapping. Another tactic you can use is obviously you can drift for flounder, just like you do place really. That certainly picks them up drifting for them. But once again, you've got to have the tide, wind, all in your favour, otherwise you are just drifting way too quick. And obviously you've got to have a nice area, a nice decent bit of distance to be able to drift. So say these worms are cracking. Lovely. Not horrendous size either. Got to have a bit of tail showing. I think this one I'm gonna flick in towards the marshes. I'm in about 8.5 feet of water at the moment. Let's give that a good flick over there. Just stop that, flicks the bait out. Certainly feels a bit muddy. So yeah, just chill out, see what happens. This is the third spot today. I mean, there are flounder up Itching River, I know that. There's quite a few being caught. Well, I say quite a few being caught. You know, you put the effort in, you're getting a couple of trip. But that's from the shore. but there's just so much in Southampton Water to explore. So that's why I'm sticking to here rather than the river itself. I don't know how those guys are getting on up there. They're from the fishing from the shore up there, so that's pleasant. Would be nice to see a flounder. If not, it's been a lovely day out here. Welcome back. Well, no flounders, 19 bass, but no flounders. Cracking day, really enjoyed it. I tried every method going, tweaking it back slightly, but it weren't to be. I have to say I've really enjoyed it, so that's the main thing. There's always next time, so just going to slowly trundle back, just enjoy it. Learned a few things, tried a few spots, it wasn't to be. There's always next time, so bring it on. But let's hope Christmas week is favourable for the weather. See if we can get out and do a bit more. It's been a nice day, can't complain. Let's get back. Till next time, hope you've enjoyed it. Not a lot of fish, but we had some fish, that's the main thing. Tickety boo. Right, let's get in. Till next time.